Tallahatchie waters.
Welcome to Charleston, Mississippi, where high school seniors are excited about this year's prom.
It looks good.
They've picked their clothes, chosen dates, found a ride. But the biggest obstacle they have to overcome was a pervasive attitude in their own hometown.
They have separate proms, and they have separate homecoming queens. And one white, one black. How stupid can that be?
It's 2008. Why are you still going back to this same attitude that you had 50 years ago?
They can't really think of a reason why they hate us, because if you take our color away, we're all the same.
Tradition is one thing. Idiocy is another. And to me, this is idiocy.
They got help from a famous Charleston resident.
This morning, we have a special guest, Academy Award winner, Mr. Morgan Freeman.
You all arrange your prom. I'll pay for it. I'll write the check. I live here. I think it is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, that in this time, this period in our lives, you children are being brought up this way. It hurts me deeply. And he said, well, where do you live? I live in Mississippi. Mississippi? Yeah, there's a problem there. Well, you know, yeah, and then I have to report, well, yeah, our kids, we live in a very small town, and our kids go to separate proms. So, well, can you explain that? No, I don't want to explain that.
Well,
it wasn't easy at first.
Heather wants us to accept her and Jeremy. Personally, you know, I don't agree with it. And I hadn't whooped her. I've tried grounding her and taking her phone away, of course. But that didn't do any good. She overcame all that.
I didn't want to find somebody my own race because I really liked him.
Prom Night is one of 16 documentaries chosen from over 600 entries to play at this year's United Nations Association Film Festival in Houston.
We're extremely happy to put Houston on the map.
The traveling festival showcases provocative and award-winning films from all over the globe. They feature stories dealing with human rights issues, health, homelessness, racism, war, and peace. The goal is to promote documentary filmmaking as a tool for social and political understanding to facilitate international change.
We'll see what happens.
Our importance in showing the movie is to deal with the issue of discrimination and racism. As part of the United Nations Association, we support the Millennium Development Goals, and a primary one among those is the elimination of discrimination.
Prom Night is a film that follows a 2008 senior class of Charleston High as they attend their historic first integrated prom. Conceived at Stanford University in 1998, the UNAFF was created to celebrate the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. As part of the film experience, guest panelists and experts discuss the film, its significance, and they invite audience participation.
We can also develop really biased attitudes towards different cultures and different ethnic groups.
The thing I think the media can do is to dispel inaccuracies in the justifications.
Through these international documentaries, Houstonians can learn more about issues in troubled regions of our planet that demand our attention. Some of those stories aren't too far from our front door.
It was put together by Morgan Freeman, the actor, because he noticed that in his hometown, where he grew up, there were segregated proms.
And when you go back, it's like going back in time. Unbelievable.
The young lady that had moved out of her home and had an apartment because her father kicked her out in 2008 because she had a black friend. I found that quite shocking.
I thought it was an incredibly well done film and presented a problem that most of us don't realize exists at the level that it does still in the United States.
I mean, if it's left up to the kids, it's going to be fine.
Another film in the HTV spotlight is Queenie, Priestess of the Ghetto. Queenie director Kevin Norman discovered Houston is home to many talented actors, as well as a wide variety of shooting locations.
I think Houston has a lot of potential. This is a stigma that I want to break with the whole situation, is this need that LA is the epicenter of everything, which I think is totally false.
It's really important that we know as actors as well that you don't have to go and do a cattle call out in Los Angeles or in New York. You have those same calls here in Houston.
Get them!
Bruce Johnson appears alongside Carisha McBride in the movie Queenie, Priestess of the Ghetto. Kevin Norman wrote and directed the film, which was shot entirely in Houston. The premiere party for Houston to Hollywood, Queenie, Priestess of the Ghetto, featured great music and food as well as people involved with the film. They came to celebrate the movie's success, as well as the notoriety it brings to Houston.
This project has some roots and it will go somewhere. Who knows? I mean, look at this movie that we just shot. And we're slated as one of the official selecting opening films for the San Diego Black Film Festival.
People tend to be event-driven. Houston is one big event away, film event away from bringing the crowds here.
Who the hell was that? I don't know who that was. The storyline is unique. Candy, played by McBride, has a special gift for helping people. She discovers the gift is an heirloom passed down through women in her family tree. But that gift also brings trouble as she uncovers more about her past. The adventure is brought to life by local actors and has won critical acclaim across the country.
To see these guys get the break that they deserve is most fulfilling for me.
We have a lot of great talent here. It's just a matter of being exposed.
Independent film has been around for a while in Houston, unrecognized. And again, this is 2011, and I think things are about to turn all the way around and become an outlet for young talent, for gifted talent, and you know, Houston is full of talent.